In today's video, I'm going to be comparing two NBL players together who are in this year's NBA draft, Sotto and Makur. Let's get down, let's check out these two amazing players. First thing is Sotto, and one thing that he does extremely well is being able to drive from the perimeter on his defenders and finish strong at the rim. Coming off of this pin down screen, there was a switch. At this time, he's looking at the rim, which is important when you go for a shot fake when you've got a player who's closing out on you. When that happens, definitely drive to the rim if this gets that player pretty well straight up, or in the air as we see here. At this time, we see Sotto attack that rim, and he takes 2 dribbles to get to that rim. Personally, I would have liked to see him take only 1 dribble because, of course, when you're not taking any dribbles towards the rim, you're going to be moving much faster. So try to limit yourself to only 1 dribble, and you can get to that rim much faster, especially if you're 7'3" like Sotto. Sotto can also spread the floor as a center. He's 7'3". He can also shoot from the 3-point line, which is extremely important when trying to go to the NBA today. He has pretty good shooting form as well. He engages his hips, he extends his knees. It's all one motion up into a high set point, and of course high release. It's actually a very preferred shot. Sotto also knows how to cut back door. When he sees a lane, he takes it, which is something that every center should be able to do, as we see here, post-to-post pass to Sotto for an alley-oop dunk. The reason why I'm pointing this out is, of course, this is going to be very preferred in the NBA if you can find lanes, but if you're a younger player who's a center who finds himself out on the perimeter, definitely always be looking for lanes, because if you're attacking the rim and you're a big guy, or at least taller than everybody else on the floor, you're going to have the advantage down low. Knowing how to spread the floor as well. So here we have a player on his team who's driving baseline. This draws a secondary defender, and there's no rotation down to guard Sotto in the low post. And because there is no rotation down, or at least fast enough, he's able to get that dunk. What a lot of players make a mistake at the youth level is they'll try and cut over towards the ball side to allow this guy to have that reverse. However, in reality, you should stay here because your man's dropping off, so that now you have basically a wide open lane to the basket as long as your teammate gets you the ball. Now, while Sotto almost gets cooked here because he is totally squared up towards the baseline, this guy could have done a quick snatch back for a mid-range shot, and if it was a guard in the NBA, that's what would have happened. But Sotto was able to time this to be able to get that block anyways. When you're playing defense, especially as a big guy, if you're going to be running along with the man who you're guarding, take one quick step and then bring that foot right back around so that you can continue to shuffle in that direction. If you take more than 1 or 2 steps in that one single direction, you're now susceptible to that player doing a snatch back, getting a wide open mid-range, and you will be way over here. So while this is great defense for the block and perfect timing, it could have been orchestrated much better. And he moves off ball quite well. So we have this screen happening here, man cutting down the middle, man rolling down the middle or popping one or the other, and Sotto was in the low post. You want to spread the floor and move out, because if you're here, you're going to be really clogging up that lane, or those 2 lanes, for those 2 players. By popping out, you're going to be leaving your defender to guard that pick and roll, so that now you should be wide open on the perimeter for a wide open 3, as we can see right here. Sotto is also pretty good at using that screen and roll himself and being able to score, at least, on those help defenders or those defenders who switched. The reason why this worked for him is because now that defender had almost both of his feet on this side of Sotto, which means that this man is really heavily trying to force Sotto to this side, and you don't ever want to go in the same direction as a player wants to force you, so you attack that top foot by, in this case, doing a spin move. He gets that foul and the N1 because he kept both hands on that ball. And again, being able to cut backdoor, even though this is a back screen for Sotto, this is still fantastic to see Kai Sotto finishing nice and strong at the rim. Now going over to Makur, he's setting this screen and that roll. However, one thing that I've found at least, is he does not finish all that strong at the rim. He would much rather finish with layups, and I can almost assume that this could have been a dunk if it was Kai Sotto. This would have to be a dunk in the NBA or you're getting blocked. I'm not too sure if he needs to have more core work or what, but being able to catch this and then not finishing strong at the rim, he should have went up for a massive dunk. I understand that there's somebody who is probably holding him down slightly, but if he was to get a little bit more strength or muscle, he should be able to finish that with a dunk, and he's going to need to do that at the NBA level, or else there's going to be guards who are coming down or other big men who are going to try and block that shot. Just like Kai Sotto, however, we do see that Makur is able to make these passes and have the court vision to be able to do these quick passes from the point. So that is something that is kind of similar between these two players. We can also see that both of these players can shoot with good shooting form and a pretty good percentage from the three-point line as well. When you set a high screen and roll as we see here, and your man drops off, the first thing that you should be thinking of at the perimeter or at the point is for that shot. And stepping in with your right foot if you're a right-handed player is going to allow you to get your right side in line, and that is a good shot. Now, could this be a big that could translate into a three-point shooting big in the NBA? That has potential. He hits a lot of three-point shots. However, a lot of his three-point shots come off of these screen and rolls, and I can almost assume that at the NBA level, there's not going to be as many of these, mainly because none of these screens are really any strong. This man is able to fight through, and if that was the case, then this man would have been, or at least would be with the scouting report, sticking with Makur, which means that that shot would not be there. This man would have been popping up, he would have been popping up, and he would have been moving down, and that rotation would have also moved him down, and at that point, there would not be any three-point shot happening from the top. Now, this next clip is something that I would want to see more of with Makur, his ability to finish strong at the rim with two hands. He's going to need to do more of that at the NBA level. Between both of these players, yes, they are kind of similar in a way. I do think that Kai Sotto has better footwork in the low post, however, which will translate more better, at least in my opinion, to the NBA. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.